From the depths of radio nothingness comes Radio Nowhere.
This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is Radio Nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there?
WJBD is proud to permit Radio Nowhere.
And we're back.
All right, we are back.
Welcome back. It's good to be back.
And yes, we are back. Hey, Radio Nowhere.
Absolutely, WJBD.
Sorry. One more week of Radio Nowhere. I'm Matt Leibarger.
And I'm Matt Tackett, which I was trying to think. I was thinking of this earlier. There's been several combinations of people of the regular Radio Nowhere crew, but I don't think you and I have ever done a show.
But never this one, no.
So, it's just the two of us. Anyway, what did we hear from that big 3-pack of songs that all sounded alike?
Did we hear? Yeah, did we hear the same song 3 times?
It kind of seemed that way.
No, we did not.
Oh, we didn't?
No, first was Loxley with the song She Does. That was from 2008 maybe.
Okay.
And then not the same song, but similar sounding is Are You Gonna Be My Girl from Jet, which was maybe 2003.
I'd say.
And then what we just heard was Iggy Pop and Lust for Life from 70s. I don't know. I can't remember the exact date. I always thought all 3 of those songs sounded the same.
I would say you did pick a pretty good set. I liked it.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. It's 12:14. I'd like to thank Steve Stein, who's not here today, but he did a fantastic job. He left us all the notes we needed to get the system up and running, and
I think it was a good, clean start. I think it's the best start to a show we've had in I don't know how long.
And there's only one thing I can say that gave us that. It was Steve's great away from here engineering. I mean, if he had been here, I think it would have even been better. But we'd like to thank him for the notes and the words of encouragement. And did you also get a lapel pin?
I did.
Did yours also say number 1?
I can't say.
Okay.
I don't want to say.
Well, okay. Mine's a
because yours did.
Yeah, mine's a lapel pin. It has a thumbs up. It's like a thumb, and on the thumb it actually says number 1.
Okay, I didn't know if yours said that or not. Mine says that too.
Okay, well I thought
I didn't want to hurt any feelings. Or anything,
no.
So.
I thought it was like combined. I thought it was intended to be that we are number 1.
Okay.
So
I thought he was maybe singling me out there for a minute, but
well,
no, even better. So
nonetheless, and I tell you, it's been good. What have you been up to this week?
Nothing worth mentioning. I mean, same old.
Did you avoid prom madness?
I did. My prom days are over, I think.
I hope so.
And soon one day to be starting up again. Vicariously?
I don't know if
my
that's
children?
correct.
That's
seems a little odd.
A little positive.
How much time do we have before you have to...
6 years, maybe, at least, I hope.
At least?
Hopefully more.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, what do you say we get back into some music?
And in light of what we were saying about Steve and his detailed notes and all the guidance and just all the preparing that he did to really get us started and everything he does for the show every week, we had something lined up to play kind of in his honor, didn't we?
Absolutely, because Steve is a big Debbie Gibson fan. We kind of give him grief about it from time to time, and since we like to play things on Radio Nowhere that you don't usually hear on the radio. We dug up this gem. It's from Good Morning America from 2011. They were having a concert series in Central Park in New York, and it's Debbie Gibson. It is live, and it's called Only in My Dreams. This is for you, Steve. Radio Nowhere. Radio Nowhere, WJBD. What was that there, Matt?
That was Marissa Nadler. The name of the song is Dead City Emily on the Sacred Bones label. There you go.
What else did we hear in that set?
Before that, we heard, I believe, one of yours, Erasure.
Correct.
And Chorus.
Correct. And it all started off with
our tribute tribute, homage, I don't know what the right word is, our song for Steve Stein, for all that he's done to get us going for not just this week, but every week. That was Debbie Gibson, a live version of Only My Dreams from Good Morning America.
Yeah, and again, Steve, thank you very much for everything you do. Even when you're not here, you're contributing to the show. It is that time for weather. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. No, we'll do it this way.
All right.
All right. Because let me find my numbers here.
So yes, it is time for weather, and we are.
There we go.
We're following the specific directions left us by Steve Stein for the weather report.
And what's the next numbers? The phone fell asleep.
Hey, this is radio.
We're trying to call our weatherman, Steve Stein.
Hey, it's Steve. I'm unable to answer your call right now, but if you'd leave a message, I'll get back to you. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Steve. Good morning. It is 12:30. Again, thank you for all you do. Thank you for the big thumbs up #1 pens that you got for Matt and I assume Donahoe and Spray as well. Makes us really feel like we're part of Team Stein and Team Stein Racing. We thank Team Stein Racing for the weather forecast. Just to recap, 57 degrees right now. The forecast for, today, going to be 80 degrees. It's going to be pretty nice for the high, 52 for the low. And, Steve, we appreciate all you do. Thank you. That's your weather. Your Steve-A-Light weather forecast. You want to go into some music then?
Do we have it? Is it ready?
It is ready.
All right. What track is that? Do we do?
Did we say?
We're just talking freely. This is what's going on behind the scenes.
If there were cameras here, it would be dangerous.
So hey, let's get back into some music. This is a classic. This is Led Zeppelin and The Ocean on Radio Nowhere. Radio Nowhere on WJBD. That was the Black Angels, one of my most favorite new groups from maybe the past 5-10 years. Most definitely one of their more upbeat tracks. Interestingly enough, called The Flop is what the name of that song is. The
Flop?
Yes. And also, interestingly enough, I brought that with me the past couple weeks. That was one of my acquisitions from a couple weeks ago from Record Store Day, which was I took a trek over to a record store in St. Louis. Do you know much about Record Store Day?
A little bit, but mostly just because Matt had sent me a text or something about it, and I thought he was kidding because it sounded like such a made-up thing. Well, it's just the name. I mean,
it's something that's come about maybe in the past 6 or 7 years, and it's designed with the increased use of the internet and things like that. It's a way for independent record stores to get additional business. So there's an increasingly large list of exclusive releases every year that you have to go, unless you're willing to pay a good deal of money on eBay afterwards.
Right.
The only way to get it is to go to one of the participating independent record stores and probably, depending on where you're at, wait in line for a varying amount of time. So it's a great way for them to get additional business. It's a good way to get some neat kind of exclusive music. And that was one of my acquisitions, was a Black Angels release that came out that day. So
very good.
It was pretty exciting.
I like it. I did. I thought it was pretty good. It was fun.
Like a 60s throwback kind of, yeah.
I got a text message just a few minutes ago from Steve.
You did?
I did.
And what did it say?
I haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
I just saw it, and I thought, I figured we could read it on the air.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
Here we go. Let me find it. New messages. If I don't make it, oh wait, no, that's the one from earlier. He said, if if I don't make it, I may call you. Okay, and then he sent one about 6 minutes ago. Said, "Hey guys, you're ruining the show." Well, okay.
Oh, all right.
And I don't appreciate the way you treat me. It's weird. You won't play any of the songs I like, so I quit.
Well, the part about the song, that's simply not true. We
No.
just played Debbie Gibson, and and that was completely unsolicited, too.
And
what's the end say?
And I quit. The show, I guess.
That's got to be some kind of mistake.
Steve Stein? I mean, that's the only Steve Stein I have in my phone. I was kind of thinking it would be cool to read that live on the air, but I kind of guess should have proofread that ahead of time. It's kind of a downer.
Yeah.
Maybe he was kidding.
I hope so.
You think? I'm sure he was joking.
Either way, like you said, it's kind of a downer. I'm kind of feeling it.
Yeah. Well,
that was my segue.
I was going to say, what better band to lift our spirits than Depeche Mode? What song is this?
This is I Feel You.
Radio Nowhere, WJBD. The Pixies, Where's My Mind? Before that, another song that sounds good loud.
That's right, yeah, that was Depeche Mode, and I Feel You. Probably my favorite Depeche Mode song. I'm probably in the minority there, but it's a good song.
I like that one. I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to actually pick a favorite Depeche Mode song.
I'm sure there's a number of other songs that people would say are classic, more of a classic song than that, but that's all right.
And that Pixie song, classic song, even before it was used in the Fight Club soundtrack and the end of the Fight Club movie.
Mm-hmm. We were just talking about that. I have a hard time separating that in my mind, like separating that song from the end of that movie.
And the Fight Club is like one of those movies that, for some reason, I never picked up on prior to its video release.
Oh, yeah?
Because I remember watching the previews for it in the theater back when I actually went to the movies on a halfway regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, Brad Pitt in an action movie. This doesn't look very good. Because it seems like the original trailers, they really tried to make it look like an action movie.
They downplayed the subversive part of the plot.
And I was unfamiliar with the source material, so...
And I was too. I do remember seeing the preview, and it was strange enough, even with them pushing the angle of the more action portion of... I remember seeing the preview and going, what is this?
It doesn't seem like it stayed in theaters that long, but I could be wrong.
I did see it in the theater. It wasn't the first date I went on with my now wife, but it was the second or third. So
really,
so yeah,
it's kind of an odd thing. I'm gonna look up how much it made in the box office.
Can you hear him typing?
100 million, really? Huh. I really wouldn't have expected it to have made that much. It's one of those movies that I just wouldn't have expected. Kind of like Usual Suspects, which if Chad were here instead of on location with Mark Wahlberg on another film.
That's right.
Chad and I have a fantastic story about Usual Suspects, which for a long time was was probably in my top 3 favorite movies, and probably still is in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Chad and I, when we both went to SIU Carbondale, and on Wednesdays it was cheap movie night. So more often than not, we'd go catch a movie. And I remember distinctly we had a choice of seeing The Usual Suspects or Showgirls.
And you picked?
We did not make the right choice. What can I say?
Not to force your hand there, but I wanted to see where that story was going.
No, I was willing to fess up.
Well, that's good. At least you were able to go back and make the right choice after the fact.
Yeah. And the bad thing was Usual Suspects was only in the theater down there for 1 week. So by the next week, it was gone.
That was one I didn't catch until video release. So
I don't think very many. I'm going to check real quick. But I don't think very many people saw it in the box office. I really do think it was more of a whatever you want to call it.
Cult hit?
Yeah.
Or sleeper? Is that what they call a sleeper hit?
Yeah. The opening weekend, it only made $645,000.
That's wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty weak opening weekend for a big box office movie, and it was a $23 million movie in the box office, which, again, that's all from memory, of course, because we don't use computers.
Well, I think that movie's certainly gotten its due since then. So.
Oh yeah, it's come back with a vengeance. Speaking of, we will be back with a vengeance next week. And
That's right. Well, except perhaps Steve. We'll have to check into that. That's.
I plan on being here. I hope. Well, I'll probably have to work next weekend, so we'll see. But if you did like what you heard tonight,
oh, is that me? Yeah. If you liked what you heard, tell a friend.
And if you don't like what you heard,
don't tell anybody.
Ever. Radio Nowhere.
Bye.
Ooh, ain't got no home or no place.
WJBD FM Salem Centralia.
This has been an I Love Raisins production.